What's up? Dylan Pearson here, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to find winning products quickly using this foolproof method that I use to find the product that you see on this page that I've scaled to $200,000 in less than 60 days. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, here we are. So I'm going to teach you how to find a $10,000 per day product. Obviously, $10,000 is a very arbitrary number. There's really no basis behind it except for the fact that I've scaled products to that amount using this specific method that I'm going to teach you in this video. And that's the reason behind the title. And it just sounds kind of good in the title anyway. So, all right, so we basically have two methods to find a winning product. And when I refer to a winning product, I kind of honestly do hate that term, but it's what everyone is using on the internet. So it's only right that I use the same, language and terms when I'm speaking about a profitable product. So here we are, we have two methods. We have the problem method over here on the right side, which I spoke about in another video. That video is linked down in the description. I recommend checking that one out too to kind of decide between these two methods and how you want to begin to build a brand. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about the social method. There's 4 steps to the social method. You have social media research. You need to select 3 to 5 products based off the research that you've done and the criteria that I'm going to show you in this video. And then third step is to compare and analyze the 3 to 5 products that you've selected. Pick one of those and begin to sell. So that's actually the end of my PowerPoint slides. We're going to go hop into Facebook and I'm going to teach you step by step how to do this, and I promise you guys this works very, very well. So social media, there's really 2 platforms that I'm talking about here, Facebook and Instagram. Obviously, 2 biggest platforms, and they're owned by the same people, so you can advertise on both from the Facebook Ads Manager. So let's go ahead, go over to your Facebook, and this portion needs to be done on the a computer. It can't be done on mobile. You can do it on a Mac. Windows, Linux, it doesn't matter. You just have to be on a computer because you need the developer console. So get on Facebook on your computer. Make sure you turn any ad blocker off if you have it on because you want to see ads here. And once you're there, we're going to start scrolling. So this right here is an ad. The way you can tell if it's an ad is if it says sponsored, and, if it has a shop now button, learn more button, watch more button. If it has one of these buttons, this was a weird ad for me to scroll on. So if it has this button and says sponsored, it's an ad. So we can keep scrolling, and what you're gonna see is more ads showing up here. Here's another one. So these are all ads. If you're not seeing these right away, you might have to keep scrolling, and that's because Facebook doesn't think that you're an engaged shopper. That's a problem. You want to see as many ads as possible during this research phase. So let me teach you how to trick Facebook into thinking you're an engaged shopper and have them present all of the profitable products you can think about on your feed right now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is find an ad just like this one. So we know it's an ad. It says sponsored, learn more. Go ahead, click on either the shop now or learn more button, whatever button is here, click it, and then you will be taken to their website. On their website, you need to ensure that a Facebook pixel is being fired. The way you can do this, there's a Google Chrome extension called Facebook Pixel Helper. This is made by Facebook, and what it does is it shows you if a pixel event was fired based upon your actions taken. So I came to the website. Let's see what was fired. Okay, a page view. Exactly, that's spot on. So they actually have 2 Facebook pixels. Most of them will only have 1. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Page view. So that's what I did. I viewed the page. Now Facebook knows, and this company knows, so they could retarget me and essentially do whatever. They could do retargeting, create lookalike audiences based off the data. But this is how Facebook tracks people through the Facebook pixel event. So go to a product page, and once you're there, go ahead and hit add cart. What that's going to do is that'll fire another pixel event, an add to cart pixel event. Hit checkout, and you should see an initiate checkout event being fired. Here it is. So now Facebook starts to view you as a more valuable consumer because they see that not only were you interested in checking out the website, but you showed a bit of purchase intent. You went all the way to the initiate checkout phase, the step right before buying it. So once you're here, you want Facebook to think that you pulled the plug and you bought this product. The way you do this is right click. This is the same for both Mac and Windows. You're going to hit inspect, console, and what we have here is Facebook essentially puts a script on the website through the Facebook pixel, and that's what's firing and really tracking your actions taken. So what we're going to do is fire the pixel manually and make Facebook think that we purchased something. So I'll paste in my script, and this will be in the description of this video. You can copy and paste it too. So basically, we have Facebook we're telling Facebook to track our purchase, and then you can leave content IDs. That's fine. For value, you're gonna want to put in whatever the value was, so $239.99, and number of items you're purchasing, and go ahead and enter. Don't worry, this doesn't cost anything to the advertiser, and a bunch of people are doing it. So if you think it's kind of unethical, that's up to you. I personally, I have people do it to my ads, and it's just the way of advertising right now. You kind of have to do this to see what's really selling. And I would honestly only say probably like 3 to 4% of all of the e-com Facebook advertisers know about this trick. So now you do too. So take advantage of it, in my opinion. So once that's fired, up here on the Facebook pixel, you'll see it actually fired off a purchase event for this exact thing. So now Facebook thinks that we bought this. You can go ahead and exit out, and what you can do is you can go ahead and refresh your Facebook feed. You should start seeing more ads show up. So here we have a Genius Pack. Let's go ahead and see if maybe this is something we're interested in selling. Let's see if it meets the criteria that I'll teach you to look for. It's not set in stone. It will probably change over time, but this is the criteria I specifically look for when trying to come up with product ideas, products to sell, and stuff to build a brand around. So here we are. This is called Genius Pack. So it's the future of travel. It has a laundry compartment, combination lock, compartment for hanging clothes, polycarbonate shell, bulletproof strong. That's kind of crazy. 2 USB ports. That's neat. It sounds like an interesting product. So let's see in terms of the analytics if this is something that maybe I should consider looking into having made. So it has 105,000 views. I'm going to be honest. I usually only even compare products that have over 500,000 views. Not compare, consider products over 500,000 views. The reason being is when a video has hit or an ad has hit 100 or 500,000 views, the advertiser, to get to that amount of views, has put a lot of money in their campaign. And why would they do that if it wasn't making them money? They would not do that. So clearly, if it's got that amount of views, it is 95% profitable in making them money. Why I left out 5% is there is a way to get pretty cheap video views and engagement. You can run a PPE campaign worldwide. It'll get you views and engagement from places like India for incredibly cheap, and it'll really look like your video is booming. So there is a small chance, but honestly, over 500,000 views, you're usually pretty good. So this is gonna raise some concern in my opinion, though. It has 19 likes, 2 comments, and 5 shares with 105,000 views. That's a horrible engagement rate. Someone did say they bought the previous one, but honestly, the engagement on this, I'm not even going to consider this because it's got really bad engagement. So we'll just keep scrolling. Oh, here we go. Here's another ad. So from construction, outdoors activity to gym, streetwear, this is the original indestructible shoes, got you covered. So these things have been trending all over the internet for a very long time, and they're pretty neat. As you see, like, they're doing crazy things, standing on nails, breaking bricks over their feet. It has 2 million views, so obviously this product is selling like crazy. It's got 2.9 thousand shares, almost 1,000 comments, and quite a few engagement, likes, hearts, wow reactions. So this is absolutely selling. Without a question, they would not bring it to this level if it was not selling. So from this point, this is where I start to do some more investigation. first, I literally just sit here and I read through the comments. How can I purchase? How can I purchase? Imagine how long it will take the biodegrade. Someone had some concerns about, recycling and whatnot. I want to get these shoes. To be completely honest, like, people seem to really like this. So people like them. That's good. You want to make sure that the comments are saying positive things. If it's people complaining, saying they never received it, saying the quality's bad, you don't want to do that stuff because you don't want to be selling a crappy product. It's just going to be a headache for you and you're going to lose money. So once you've checked the engagement, the views look good, go ahead, click shop now. Go through that same process I told you where you add to cart, you go to hit the checkout and fire that Facebook pixel. I'm not going to do it because that would waste time. Just do that, though, with whatever you're interested in, because you want to see their entire sales funnel. You want to see their retargeting and really how they're selling this product. So it's a $79 shoe, and that's honestly less than what I thought it was going to be. So I'm really concerned about the profit margin here. With shoes like this, I would estimate that they're probably getting it from anywhere from $35 to $50 per unit. Unless they're custom manufacturing, then it's less, but these don't look to be custom manufactured. They look to be probably drop shipped. So I would assume their margins are good on appearance, but for a product of this price, people aren't necessarily going to buy off impulse. So they're going to have to spend more money on retargeting. And that's kind of what I look for. I look to see if the profit margin and the factor of an impulse buy is there. And a product that has a $35 profit margin, after convincing someone with retargeting and stuff, the profit margin shrinks. So, I mean, this is definitely a profitable product because they're advertising. It's got a wow factor to it. I would honestly consider this. I would have to look more into the price and whatnot. But what I do at this point is I simply just copy the link. I'll save it to my notes. And then I go back to Facebook and continue looking further into this company and this product. So next up, you're going to want to actually right click on, or not right click, you want to click on these dots. You can do this portion on mobile too. And you're going to want to save this video. It's going to show more interest for Facebook to retarget you with stuff and give you more similar products. So here we are on their Facebook business page. And with this, it's a very powerful thing Facebook just added recently in the past 3 to 4 months. And you can see any ad that this company is running currently. So you have info and ads down here on the left column. I thought I was blocking it with my green screen, but I'm not. So go ahead and click on it. And here is their ad. I'm kind of surprised that they don't have other, image ads and whatnot, but it looks like they're only running one ad. So clearly this specific ad's working and they really don't need any other ads to, make sales. So this is definitely something I would consider. So I'd put this in my list of 3 to 5 products and save it for later. I do want to show you guys one more thing, because that process, you just repeat that for each of the process or each of the products. So let's find another one. Okay, so here's another product. It's a koa wood natural Hawaiian crafted ring. I don't really see too much of a wow factor. You can't see the views on it. This probably isn't something I would consider. I'm going to click on the link anyways, but mainly, let's see. I would say this product probably costs $3 to get made, so it's not a bad profit margin, to be honest. But anyways, this is the main thing I want to show you. Whenever a company is using a bit.ly link, you can actually see how much traffic is being sent to their store through that link. The way you do this is you copy the link, you paste it up top, and you add a plus to the end of it. When you do that, you can actually see the statistics for that link. So it looks like in May, they had 3,000 clicks, June 15,000, July 42,000 clicks. So guys, this ad in July of 2018 made these people a ton of money. Even if you take let's just round up 43,000, and then you do times let's do a 3% conversion rate. That's 1,200 purchases. So, and then you can do times, what was their price? I think it was $34.99. So that's $45,000 right there that they most likely made. Their conversion rate was probably higher based off the retargeting stuff. But as you can see, it's really, really, really died down. So we're down to like 710 clicks in December. In April, they've only done 238 clicks. This shows me that this product is dying. They hit a trend, and honestly, if I looked at this product long enough, I could find a new audience for it probably, and maybe bring it back to life. But if something's it's based on a trend and it's really done, I don't really consider it. So that's something I wanted to show you guys. That's another one of my criteria is if you have the opportunity to see how much traffic is being driven to the website, if it's going down continuously, that means that the advertiser is putting less money in their campaign, and ultimately they're not really making as much money as they used to be. So it's kind of one thing I don't look at. So far, this product definitely seems like a profitable product that you could build a brand around. It has a wow factor with that video. It should be pretty easy to find content on. And that's the main criteria that I consider when trying to find a product. So I took you through how to do the social media research. Then you just select 3 to 5 products. I say that because that's a good amount. So once you find 3 to 5 products that meet that engagement criteria, and you fired the pixels and you've looked at the ads, it's a good ad, you do the compare and analyze. So this phase involves actually finding the product and seeing what the profit margins would be. So the indestructible shoes, military boots. I'm honestly just going to search Google for that. So here's some. Yep. So these, honestly, this is the exact same pair that we saw on this website. Look at. As you guys see, 2 different brands, Outdoor Pocket and Oak Bay Shoes. One selling it for $80 and one selling it for $65. So clearly what this tells me is that this company has been able to scale because of that extra profit margin. This company right here, honestly, guys, I try to sell at the highest price because you're in this to make money and provide value. But when you sell at a lower price, you're going to have a hard time making money. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to do a quick search on a Chinese, it's essentially like an online mall based out of China. It's called AliExpress. And this is a good way to see if you can find that product from a real manufacturer at a good price. AliExpress is where manufacturers, people that actually make custom products, go and list their products and selling directly to businesses. So if you can find it on here, you can find a manufacturer and get it made for a quarter of the price of what you see on here. So actually, we see them right here. This is the indestructible shoe that we were looking for. I can't click on my shoe size. Oh, there we go. So what this is going to be, it's going to cost about $30 for the majority. I would assume these people are drop shipping it just because there's nothing really custom about this. So they're honestly probably buying from the site and shipping it out. But let's say $30. So at $80, it's going to give you a 50% gross profit margin, but you have to factor in ads, and something at $80 is going to be tougher to sell than something at $30. So I would say the profit margin per sale is probably dropping down to about $20 per sale, which is good. You sell, quite a few of these and you'll make very good money. So this is definitely a product that I would consider if I was you. Maybe not at this point. It does seem like a lot of people are trying to sell this, but hey, it's still working. There's still money to be made. So those are basically the way I do my social media research, the way I select my products, and the comparisons that I do. I look at competitors, I see their prices, I find the products, I see how much you could actually get these made for. And once you found them on the online mall, you can come to Alibaba and we could find them on here. They're somewhere on this list. And you can get them for quite a bit cheaper, as you see. Like, shoes are very cheap on here. You can do fully custom manufactured products. And I do the comparisons of the profit margins, see what people are selling it for, see if I could do it better. I look at brands like this and I think about, in all honesty, I think this whole logo is very boring. I think they didn't spend enough time on their website. Yeah, this website is not done well. I mean, it's not bad, but there's nothing that really says, whoa, like I love this company. Really nothing to resonate with. Oak Bay shoes, this is done horribly too. I wouldn't even buy from this website. Descriptions are pretty bad. Like, I should be able to scroll through and get what they're saying based off their uses of titles, colors, and call to actions. I really don't. I do like the add to cart button. It's a pretty decent size. Let's see what they do here. There's no sticky add to cart button up top here to continually insist people to buy. Customer reviews are placed too low. Honestly, guys, these websites have not done a great job. It's not a bad job. It's very mediocre. And when I look at stuff like this, I know I could do it better. I would spend a lot more time on it. Really do my research on brand coloring and brand building. And I highly recommend watching that video that I mentioned earlier in this video. The link's in the description. I talk about building a profitable brand and what you need to do. And if you follow those steps, you can put people like this out of business, take their potential customers, and take their profits. Which, business is a competition. It's a game. So you got to play it and you want to win it. And that's essentially how I do it. I go through, I do my research, select my products, compare the profit margins of each product. So if I had the shoes, let's say I had that ring, even though I probably won. Let's say the ring was $5. $30 profit margin on the ring versus a $50, but I got to take into consideration the retargeting phase. Honestly, I would probably opt for a pricing of the ring where it's a lower price because people buy more on impulse during a lower pricing. So I compare and analyze, and then I begin to sell it. And that phase is that's a lot to cover, so that'll be in my next video. It'll probably be called something like creating your first profitable Facebook ads, or I don't really know a title yet, but that's going to be the next topic I talk about. So if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video. It's greatly appreciated. I hope I brought you a ton of value today, and good luck in your adventure into e-commerce, and I'll talk to you next time. Dylan out.